Hello, welcome to IT Expert YouTube video series. Today we are going to talk about our programming interview questions along with their answers. What is R programming? R is an open-source programming language and environment primarily used for statistical analysis, data visualization, and data manipulation. How do you install packages in R? You can use the Install Packages package name function to install packages from comprehensive R archive network. Explain data frames in R. A data frame is a two-dimensional tabular data structure where rows represent observations and columns represent variables. It can store different types of data, like numeric, character, and factors. What is the difference between a matrix and a data frame in R? A matrix can only hold data of the same type, while a data frame can hold different types of data. Also, data frames have row names and column names, while matrices only have dimensions. How do you access elements of a list in R? You can access elements of a list using double square brackets list name index or by using the $sign notation list name $element name. What is a factor in R? A factor is a categorical variable used to store data with levels or categories. Factors are useful for representing data like gender, colors, etc. How can you remove missing values from a data frame in R? You can use the na.omit function to remove missing values from a data frame. What is the dplyr package used for? The dplyr package provides a set of functions for data manipulation tasks like filtering, arranging, summarizing, and mutating data. How do you rename columns in a data frame using dplyr? You can use the rename function from plyr to rename columns in a data frame. What does the mutate function do in dplyr? The mutate function creates new columns or modifies existing columns in a data frame. How do you sort a data frame by one or more columns using plyr? You can use the arrange function from plyr to sort a data frame by one or more columns. Explain the concept of piping in plyr. Piping allows you to chain together multiple operations using the operator, making code more readable and concise. What is the purpose of the ggplot2 package in R? ggplot2 is a popular package for creating complex and customizable data visualizations using a layered grammar of graphics. How do you create a scatter plot using ggplot2? Use the ggplot function to create the plot and then add layers using the geomPoint function. What is a histogram, and how can you create one in R using ggplot2? A histogram displays the distribution of a continuous variable. You can create one using geom_histogram in ggplot2. How do you add labels and titles to a plot created with ggplot2? Use functions like labs and ggtitle to add labels and titles to different components of the plot. Explain the concept of facets in ggplot2. Facets allow you to create multiple plots that share the same structure but display different subsets of the data, based on specified categories. How can you calculate the mean, median, and standard deviation of a numeric vector in R? Use mean, median, and SD functions, respectively. What is hypothesis testing? Hypothesis testing is a statistical method to make inferences about a population parameter based on sample data. How do you perform a t-test in R? You can use the t.test function to perform t-tests for comparing means of two groups. Explain the concept of p-value in hypothesis testing. The p-value is a measure of evidence against a null hypothesis. A low p-value indicates that the observed results are unlikely under the null hypothesis. What is linear regression, and how do you perform it in R? Linear regression is a method to model the relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variables. Use the LM function to perform linear regression in R. What is a function in R? A function is a block of code that performs a specific task. R has built-in functions, and you can also create your own functions. How do you define a function in R? Use the function keyword to define a function. For example, my function arg1, arg2. What is recursion? Can you provide an example in R? Recursion is a programming technique where a function calls itself. An example in R could be a factorial function. Factorial function n if n equal to 1, 1 else n multiply factorial n minus 1. Explain the concept of a closure in R. A closure is a function along with its associated environment. It allows a function to access variables from its parent function even after the parent function has completed execution. What is vectorization in R? Vectorization is the process of applying operations to entire vectors or arrays at once, instead of looping through individual elements. It leads to more efficient and concise code. What is the purpose of the apply function in R? The apply function is used to apply a function to the rows or columns of a matrix or array. Explain the concept of data reshaping using the reshape2 package. Data reshaping involves transforming data from one format to another. The reshape2 package provides functions like melt and decast for this purpose. What is the purpose of the Lapally function? The Lapally function applies a specified function to each element of a list and returns a list of results. How can you generate random numbers from different distributions in R? R provides functions like our normal distribution, our uniform distribution, and others for generating random numbers. What is the purpose of the per package in R? The per package is an extension of plir and provides functions for more consistent and readable code when working with lists and vectors. Explain the concept of a chi-squared test in R. A chi-squared test is used to determine if there is a significant association between two categorical variables. You can perform it using functions like chisc.test. How can you optimize the performance of our code? Vectorization, avoiding unnecessary loops, and using optimized packages like data.table for large datasets can improve code performance. What is the purpose of the data.table package? Data.table is a package that enhances data frames for faster and more memory-efficient data manipulation. Explain lazy evaluation in R. Lazy evaluation is a concept where R postpones the evaluation of an expression until its value is actually needed. This can help improve efficiency in certain scenarios. How do you read a CSV file into R? Use the read.csv function to read a CSV file into a data frame. What is the purpose of the write.table function? The write.table function is used to write data frames or matrices to a text file. What is the purpose of the try-catch function? The try-catch function is used to handle errors in our code by specifying different actions to be taken based on whether an error occurs or not. What is our Markdown used for? Our Markdown is an integrated tool for creating dynamic documents that combine our code, visualizations, and narrative text. How do you create a PDF report using our Markdown? You can use the PDF document output format in our Markdown to create a PDF report. What is the purpose of the caret package in R? The caret package provides a unified interface for training and evaluating machine learning models. How can you split a dataset into training and testing sets in R? You can use the create data partition function from the caret package to create a balanced split. What is cross-validation, and how is it implemented in R? Cross-validation is a technique for assessing model performance. In R, you can use functions like train control and train from the caret package for cross-validation. How can you perform web scraping in R? You can use the rvest or httr package to retrieve and parse information from websites. Explain the basic steps to scrape a website using the rvest package. Load the package, send an HTTP request to the website using read HTML, select elements using CSS selectors, and extract the desired information. What is a time series in R? A time series is a sequence of data points ordered by time. R has specialized functions and packages for analyzing time series data. How can you create a time series plot in R? Use the TS function to create a time series object and then use functions like plot to visualize it. What is the purpose of the SP package in R? The SP package provides classes and methods for working with spatial data, including points, lines, polygons, and grids. How can you create a basic map in R using the SP package? Load the package, create a spatial object, for example, spatial points, spatial polygons, and use functions like plot to visualize the map. What is the purpose of the data table package in R? The data table package is designed for efficient manipulation of large datasets. It extends data frames with optimized operations and is known for its speed and memory efficiency. How can you join two data tables in R using data table? You can use the merge function or the data table syntax like dt1 dt2 on equal to key column to perform various types of joins. Explain the concept of chaining in the data table package. Chaining, also known as data table chaining, allows you to perform multiple operations on a data table object using a concise syntax, similar to the operator in clear. What are keys in the context of data table? Keys are columns or combinations of columns that allow for efficient data indexing and faster join operations in data table. How can you reshape data using the tidier package? The tidier package provides functions like gather and spread to reshape data from wide to long and vice versa. What are faceting and facet grids in ggplot2? Faceting in ggplot2 involves creating multiple plots that share the same structure but display different subsets of the data based on a categorical variable. Facet grids allow for arranging these plots in a grid layout. Explain the purpose of the cowplot package in R. The cowplot package is used to combine multiple plots into a single plot, often useful for creating complex visualizations or arranging multiple plots together. How can you create interactive visualizations in R? The Plotly package allows you to create interactive plots in R. By converting ggplot2 objects to Plotly objects using ggplotly, you can add interactive features to your visualizations. What is the purpose of the leaflet package in R? The leaflet package is used for creating interactive maps in R, allowing you to display spatial data with various layers and pop-ups. How can you tokenize text into words using the TM package? The TM package provides functions like vector source and tokenize to tokenize text documents into words or terms. What is stemming in text analysis? Stemming is the process of reducing words to their base or root form. It is used to standardize words before further text analysis. Explain the concept of TF-IDF in text analysis. Term frequency inverse document frequency is a numerical representation that reflects the importance of words in a collection of documents. It helps identify words that are unique to specific documents. How can you create your own R package? You can use the DevTools package to create an R package. The process involves organizing your functions and documentation in a specific structure. What is the purpose of the R Oxygen 2 package? The R Oxygen 2 package is used to write documentation and metadata within our code, which can then be automatically converted into documentation files for your package. How do you handle dependencies and import functions from other packages in your own package? You can list dependencies in the description file of your package. To import functions, use the import from directive in the namespace file. How can you perform parallel computing in R? The parallel package provides functions like parallel and mclaply to execute code in parallel across multiple CPU cores. What is the purpose of the for-each package in R? The for-each package provides a simple interface for iterating over elements in parallel, making it easier to parallelize tasks. What is autocorrelation and time series analysis? Autocorrelation is the correlation of a series with its own lag values. It measures the relationship between a data point and its previous values at different time lags. How can you decompose a time series into its components using R? The decompose function in R is used to decompose a time series into its trend, seasonal, and residual components. Explain the purpose of the forecast package in R. The forecast package provides tools for forecasting time series data. It includes functions for different forecasting methods like ARIMA, exponential smoothing, etc. Thank you for watching this video. We provide hands-on training with labs, homework, group projects. Prepare you for the certification. Provide real projects. Internship opportunities. Support you in Resume LinkedIn. Staffing support. Provide tech references. In-person online class. Class retake options and more. Call us at 847-350-9034 for your free career consultation meeting. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the latest videos.